Imagine you're out on the open ocean. The sun is setting, casting a golden light across the endless blue water. Suddenly, just for a moment, you see something break the surface. It's a flash of a tail, a glimpse of long flowing hair. Was it just a trick of the light, or did you just see a mermaid? This is the magic that has captured human imagination for thousands of years. Mermaids are incredible creatures, part human and part fish. They live in a world that is both familiar and completely alien to us, the deep, mysterious sea. Their story is our story, a tale of our deep connection to the wild places of our planet and our endless curiosity about what lies just beyond our reach. The fascination we have with mermaids is as deep as the oceans they supposedly inhabit. They represent a bridge between two worlds, our world on land and the vast unexplored kingdom beneath the waves. This duality is what makes them so compelling. Are they gentle and kind, or are they dangerous sirens luring sailors to their doom? This question has been asked in stories and legends all over the world. The idea of a being who is like us, yet fundamentally different, sparks our wonder. We are drawn to their beauty, their freedom, and the secrets they hold about the 70% of our planet that remains a wild frontier, filled with creatures and phenomena we are only just beginning to understand. Mermaids are not just characters in fairy tales, they are powerful symbols. They embody our deepest hopes and fears about the natural world. For some, they represent an untamed wilderness, a reminder that nature is powerful and can be unpredictable. For others, they symbolize a profound connection to the ocean, a desire to live in harmony with its rhythms and its creatures. This blend of danger and beauty, of the known and the unknown, is what has kept the legend of the mermaid alive for so long. They are a reflection of our own complex relationship with the sea, a source of life, adventure, and sometimes, immense peril. It's a relationship built on respect and a healthy dose of awe for the power of nature. Throughout this journey, we're going to dive deep into the world of these amazing mythical creatures. We'll explore where their stories began, from ancient civilizations to lonely sailors on long voyages. We will look at the real animals that might have inspired these tales, like the gentle manatees I've been lucky enough to swim with. We'll see how mermaids have been portrayed in art, books, and movies, and how they continue to evolve today. From professional mermaid performers to environmental advocates, the mermaid song is still being sung. So, get ready to take the plunge as we explore the myth, the mystery, and the enduring cultural legacy of the mermaid. It's going to be an incredible adventure into the heart of the ocean's greatest legend. The story of the mermaid doesn't start with modern fairy tales or animated movies. It begins thousands of years ago in ancient Assyria, an empire in Mesopotamia. The first known mermaid-like figure was a goddess named Atargatis. The legend says she fell in love with a mortal shepherd, but she accidentally caused his death. Overcome with grief and shame, she threw herself into a lake intending to become a fish. However, the waters could not completely hide her divine beauty, so she was transformed into a creature with the upper body of a human and the tail of a fish. Atargatis became a powerful symbol of fertility, protection, and the transformative power of water. Her story shows us that from the very beginning these beings were seen as complex figures, tied to powerful emotions like love and loss. From the ancient Near East, the idea of half-human, half-aquatic beings spread to other cultures, including ancient Greece. The Greeks had their own version, the sirens. In early Greek art, sirens were often depicted as half-bird, half-woman creatures, but over time their image merged with that of fish-tailed beings. Homer's Odyssey describes them as enchanting singers whose beautiful songs would lure sailors toward rocky shores, causing their ships to crash. These sirens were not symbols of gentle beauty but of deadly temptation and the hidden dangers of the sea. They represented the idea that the ocean's allure could be fatal, a powerful warning to sailors to stay vigilant on their long and perilous journeys across the Mediterranean. As we move across the globe, we see similar figures appearing in different cultures, each with its own unique twist. In Africa, particularly in West and Central African spiritual traditions, there is the Mami Wata. She is a powerful water spirit, often depicted as a mermaid, though she can also take other forms. Mami Wata is a complex deity who can bring great wealth and good fortune, but she can also be fierce and dangerous if disrespected. She represents the immense power of water, both as a source of life and as a destructive force. Her followers see her as a guardian of the waters and a symbol of beauty, sensuality, and spiritual depth, connecting them to the spirit world that exists alongside our own. In the Caribbean, the folklore of mermaids is a rich tapestry woven from African, European, and indigenous beliefs. One famous figure is La Sirene, a powerful water spirit in Haitian Vodou who is often syncretized with the Mami Wata. She is a beautiful mermaid who holds a mirror to see into the future and a comb to untangle the mysteries of the world. La Sirene is the queen of the sea, ruling over its wealth and its creatures. She is seen as a bringer of luck and magical knowledge, but she can also be jealous and demanding, sometimes pulling people into her underwater realm. These early stories from around the world show that the mermaid myth is truly universal, a testament to humanity's shared fascination with the deep. So where did all these stories come from? For centuries, sailors spent months, sometimes even years at sea. They faced incredible hardships, storms, isolation, and the constant, unnerving emptiness of the horizon. Their world was the ship and the vast, mysterious ocean. It's easy to see how in these conditions their minds could play tricks on them. Fatigue, poor nutrition, and the endless rocking of the ship could lead to hallucinations. A flash of light on the water, the shape of a distant wave, or a strange sound carried on the wind could easily be interpreted as something magical. The ocean was a place of both wonder and terror, and in the absence of scientific explanations, sailors filled the void with myths and legends of monsters and beautiful, elusive mermaids. One of the most popular scientific theories points to a real-life animal as the source of many mermaid sightings, the manatee, and its close relative, the dugong. These large, gentle marine mammals are often called sea cows. They live in warm, coastal waters, the very places where sailors would have been exploring. From a distance, a manatee's head and upper body could look surprisingly human-like as it surfaces for air. They have paddle-like flippers that could be mistaken for arms, and their large, flat tail could look like a fishtail as it disappears back into the water. Christopher Columbus himself reported seeing mermaids on his voyage to the Americas, but he noted in his journal that they were not as beautiful as they are painted. He was almost certainly looking at manatees. The ocean itself is a powerful catalyst for myth-making. Even today, with all our advanced technology, the deep sea remains one of the most mysterious places on Earth. We know more about the surface of the moon than we do about the bottom of our own oceans. This vast, dark, and unexplored realm is the perfect breeding ground for legends. For ancient sailors, the sea was a place where anything seemed possible. Strange creatures would wash up on shore after storms, and bizarre sounds would echo up from the depths. Without being able to explore this underwater world, it was natural to imagine it was inhabited by beings that mirrored our own world, including human-like societies living beneath the waves. The power of storytelling also played a huge role in keeping the mermaid legend alive. Sailors would return from long voyages with incredible tales of their adventures. Stories of mermaids, sea serpents, and krakens would be shared in taverns and port towns, growing more elaborate with each retelling. These tales served multiple purposes. They were a form of entertainment, a way to explain strange phenomena, and a way for sailors to boast about the dangers they had faced. A sailor who claimed to have seen a mermaid was not just sharing a story, he was proving that he had journeyed to the edges of the known world and returned with knowledge of its hidden wonders and perils. These stories became part of maritime culture, passed down from one generation of seafarers to the next. Mermaids are far more than just pretty creatures with fishtails. They are packed with deep symbolic meaning that changes from one culture to another. One of the most common symbolic roles they play is that of the temptress, a beautiful but dangerous being who represents forbidden love and desire. This is the siren archetype we saw in Greek mythology. In many European folktales, mermaids would fall in love with human men, but their love was often doomed. The mermaid could not survive on land, and the man could not live in the sea. This tragic romance symbolizes the impossible, and the dangers of desires that cross the boundaries of nature. It's a powerful metaphor for the idea that some things are beautiful, but ultimately unattainable and potentially destructive. On the other hand, mermaids can also symbolize freedom, and a connection to the untamed natural world. They live without the rules and restrictions of human society on land. They are wild, independent, and in complete harmony with their environment. For people who feel constrained by society's expectations, the mermaid represents a powerful fantasy of escape. This is especially true in modern interpretations, where mermaids are often seen as symbols of individuality and empowerment. They encourage us to embrace our unique nature and to find our own way of moving through the world, just as they move so gracefully through the water. They remind us of the wild spirit that exists within all of us and our deep primal connection to nature. In many cultures, mermaids are also guardians of the ocean's secrets and treasures. They are keepers of ancient knowledge and protectors of the underwater world. In this role, they symbolize mystery and the unknown. They represent the vastness of the subconscious mind and the hidden depths of the human spirit. The mermaid's mirror, a common symbol in folklore, is said to reflect not just the face but the soul, revealing hidden truths. This makes the mermaid a figure of wisdom and intuition. Seeking out a mermaid is like embarking on a journey of self-discovery, a quest to understand the mysteries that lie beneath the surface of our everyday lives, both in the world around us and within ourselves. Finally, mermaids often embody the dual nature of the ocean itself. The sea can be calm and life-giving, a source of food and beauty. But it can also be a terrifying force of destruction with powerful storms and deadly currents. Mermaids reflect this duality perfectly. They can be benevolent and helpful, saving drowning sailors and guiding ships through safe passages. Or, they can be malevolent, causing storms and luring people to their deaths. This makes them a powerful symbol of nature's unpredictability. They serve as a constant reminder that we must respect the natural world, for it holds the power of both creation and destruction. This complex symbolism is a key reason why the mermaid myth has remained so powerful and relevant across centuries and cultures. The captivating image of the mermaid has been a favorite subject for artists for hundreds of years. During the Romantic era in the 19th century, painters were especially drawn to mythological and fantastical themes. Artists like John William Waterhouse created famous paintings like A Mermaid, which depicts a beautiful, lonely mermaid combing her hair by the sea. These artworks often portrayed mermaids as tragic, romantic figures, caught between two worlds and longing for a human soul. The art of this period really solidified the popular image of the mermaid as a beautiful, ethereal creature with long, flowing hair and a shimmering tail. An image that continues to influence how we see them today. These paintings brought the myth to life in vivid color, making the fantasy feel almost real. Mermaids also swam their way into literature, most famously in Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tale, The Little Mermaid, published in 1837. Unlike the sanitized versions many of us know, Andersen's original story is a heartbreaking tale of unrequited love and immense sacrifice. The mermaid endures excruciating pain to gain human legs, only to see her prince marry someone else. In the end, she dissolves into sea foam, becoming a spirit of the air. This story explores deep themes of love, loss, identity, and the pain of trying to be something you're not. It cemented the mermaid's status as a complex literary figure, capable of representing our deepest emotional struggles and the tragic consequences of impossible dreams. Of course, for many people today, the ultimate mermaid is Ariel from Disney's 1989 animated classic, The Little Mermaid. This film transformed the mermaid myth for a new generation. Ariel is rebellious, curious, and determined to follow her dreams, making her a relatable and empowering character. The film's bright colors, catchy songs, and happy ending made the mermaid more accessible and family-friendly than ever before. While it departed significantly from Andersen's dark original, the Disney version was a cultural phenomenon. It sparked a global resurgence of interest in mermaids and established a new, optimistic archetype, the mermaid as a plucky heroine on a journey of self-discovery and adventure. Since then, mermaids have continued to be a popular subject in film and television. Movies like Splash from 1984 explored the comedic and romantic possibilities of a mermaid trying to live in the human world, while films like Pirates of the Caribbean, On Stranger Tides from 2011 returned to the more dangerous, siren-like depiction of mermaids. Television shows for younger audiences like H2O, Just Add Water, have explored themes of friendship and secrecy through the lives of teenage girls who become mermaids. This constant presence in our media shows that the mermaid is an incredibly versatile character, able to adapt to any genre, from romance and comedy to horror and adventure, while still retaining her core magical appeal. In recent years, the fascination with mermaids has taken on a whole new, real-world form, the rise of professional mermaiding. This isn't just about putting on a costume for a party. People around the world are now working as professional mermaid performers. They train extensively to learn how to swim gracefully and hold their breath for long periods while wearing elaborate, custom-made silicone tails that can weigh over 35 pounds. These performers entertain at aquariums, resorts, and private events, bringing the magic of the mermaid to life for audiences of all ages. This trend has created a vibrant community, with conventions, competitions, and schools dedicated to teaching the art of being a mermaid. It's a testament to how deeply this myth resonates with people's desire for fantasy and transformation. The mermaid has also found a natural home on social media. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok are filled with images and videos of people embracing their inner mermaid. This online phenomenon, often tagged with #MermaidLife, goes beyond professional performers. It includes hobbyists who create their own tales, makeup artists who design stunning, aquatic-themed looks, and photographers who specialize in underwater photo shoots. Social media has allowed mermaid enthusiasts to connect with each other, share their passion, and build a global community. It has made the mermaid a symbol of creativity, self-expression, and body positivity, as people of all shapes and sizes embrace the beauty and power of this mythical creature. Beyond the fantasy, the modern mermaid has also become a powerful symbol for ocean conservation. Many mermaid performers and enthusiasts are passionate advocates for marine life and environmental protection. They use their eye-catching appearance to draw attention to serious issues like plastic pollution, coral reef bleaching, and overfishing. By embodying a creature of the sea, they create a strong emotional connection between their audience and the ocean's fragile ecosystems. They act as ambassadors for the deep, using the magic of the myth to inspire real-world action. This movement, sometimes called mermaiding for a cause, shows how an ancient legend can be adapted to address the most pressing challenges of our time. This modern evolution of the mermaid shows that the myth is not static. It is constantly being reinterpreted and reinvented. Today's mermaid is not just a passive object of beauty or a dangerous temptress. She is an active, empowered figure. She is an athlete, an artist, an activist, and an entrepreneur. This new identity reflects our changing cultural values where individuality, creativity, and social responsibility are highly prized. The modern mermaid is a powerful symbol of how we can take the stories of the past and reshape them to fit our present, finding new meaning and purpose in ancient legends while keeping their enchanting spirit alive and well. Now, as much as we love the idea of mermaids, it's important to look at the topic from a scientific perspective. So, could mermaids actually exist? The simple, scientific answer is no. There is absolutely no evidence to support the existence of half-human, half-fish creatures. We have explored vast portions of the ocean with submarines, sonar, and remotely operated vehicles, and we have never found any credible proof of their existence. Biologically, a hybrid creature like a mermaid would face insurmountable challenges. Combining the anatomy of a warm-blooded mammal with that of a cold-blooded fish would create a being that simply could not function. How would it breathe? How would it reproduce? These fundamental biological questions have no plausible answers. In 2012, the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, issued an official statement to address public curiosity, which had been fueled by a fictional TV documentary. The statement was clear and direct. No evidence of aquatic humanoids has ever been found. This was a rare instance of a government scientific agency having to debunk a mythological creature. It highlights just how powerful and persuasive the mermaid myth can be. While scientists acknowledge that the ocean is full of undiscovered species, they emphasize that these new discoveries will be fish, invertebrates, and microbes, not mythical humanoids. The belief in mermaids belongs firmly in the realm of folklore and fantasy, not biology. The idea of a mermaid doesn't fit with our understanding of evolution either. Humans evolved on land, developing features like legs for walking, lungs for breathing air, and hands for manipulating tools. Aquatic mammals like dolphins and whales evolved from land-dwelling ancestors, but their transformation took millions of years. They developed streamlined bodies, flukes for propulsion, and blowholes for breathing. A creature that is half human and half fish doesn't represent a logical evolutionary step for any known species. It's a combination of two completely different evolutionary paths that could not naturally merge. The mermaid is a product of human imagination, a beautiful blend of the familiar, ourselves, and the alien, a fish. But does the lack of scientific evidence make mermaids any less important? I don't think so. The fact that they are not real doesn't diminish their cultural or symbolic power. Myths are not meant to be scientific facts. They are stories that help us understand ourselves and the world around us. They speak to our emotions, our fears, and our sense of wonder. The mermaid myth persists not because we think it's scientifically plausible, but because it represents something deep within the human psyche, our connection to the mysterious, our fascination with the unknown, and our desire to believe that the world is more magical than it sometimes appears. The science is clear, but the magic of the myth remains as powerful as ever. So, if science tells us mermaids aren't real, why does their legend continue to thrive in our modern technology-driven world? The answer lies in the fundamental human need for wonder and mystery. In an age where almost every corner of our globe has been mapped, and every question seems to have an answer just a click away, the ocean remains one of the last true frontiers. It represents a vast, powerful, and largely unknown realm right here on our own planet. The mermaid myth allows us to keep a little piece of that mystery alive. It's a way of saying that despite all our knowledge, there might still be incredible, magical things hidden from us, waiting to be discovered in the deep. Mermaids also tap into a deep-seated desire for connection with the natural world. As our lives become more urbanized and disconnected from nature, the mermaid serves as a powerful symbol of that lost bond. She is a creature of the wild, living in harmony with the rhythms of the ocean. This idea is incredibly appealing in a world facing environmental crises. The fantasy of the mermaid allows us to imagine a more integrated existence with nature, one where we are not separate from it but a part of it. This longing for a deeper, more primal connection is a powerful force that keeps the myth relevant and emotionally resonant for many people today. Furthermore, the mermaid is an incredibly adaptable symbol, capable of representing different things to different people at different times. In the past, she might have been a symbol of temptation or tragic love. Today, she can be a symbol of female empowerment, freedom, and individuality. For the LGBTQ+ community, the mermaid can be a powerful metaphor for living outside traditional norms and embracing a fluid identity. This ability to evolve and take on new meanings is the hallmark of a truly powerful myth. The mermaid story is not a rigid, unchanging tale. It's a living narrative that we continue to shape and redefine, making it forever relevant to our own lives and struggles. Ultimately, we still believe in mermaids because we need stories. Stories are how we make sense of the world, how we process our emotions, and how we dream of other possibilities. The mermaid is one of our most enduring and beautiful stories. It speaks of beauty, danger, freedom, and the endless mystery of the sea. It ignites our imagination and encourages us to look at the world with a sense of awe and wonder. Whether we see them as romantic figures, fierce protectors, or symbols of personal freedom, mermaids continue to swim through our collective consciousness, reminding us that even in a world of science and logic, there will always be room for a little bit of magic. As we come to the end of our journey into the world of mermaids, it's clear that their legacy is about more than just enchanting stories. These mythical creatures have a profound lesson to teach us today. They serve as a powerful link between our human world and the vast, vital ecosystem of the ocean. By imagining a being who is part of that world, we are encouraged to see the ocean not as a resource to be exploited, but as a living, breathing entity worthy of our respect and protection. The mermaid acts as an ambassador from the deep, reminding us that the health of the oceans is directly connected to the health of our planet and ourselves. The mermaid story is a call to awaken our sense of responsibility. In many modern interpretations, mermaids are portrayed as guardians of the sea, fiercely protective of their home. This narrative is more important now than ever before. Our oceans are facing unprecedented threats from pollution, climate change, and overfishing. When we see a mermaid surrounded by plastic waste or swimming through a bleached coral reef, it creates a powerful and emotional image. It transforms an environmental issue from an abstract problem into a personal tragedy. The mermaid's legacy, therefore, is to inspire us to become guardians ourselves, to take action to protect the real-life wonders of the marine world. The enduring power of the mermaid also teaches us about the importance of imagination. In a world that often prioritizes facts and figures, the mermaid reminds us of the value of wonder, creativity, and the power of what if. Imagination is what drives discovery, innovation, and empathy. By keeping these myths alive, we keep our own sense of wonder alive. We encourage future generations to look at the world with curiosity, to ask big questions, and to dream of a better future. The story of the mermaid is a celebration of the human spirit's ability to dream, to create, and to find magic in the world around us, especially in the wild places. Ultimately, the legacy of the mermaid is a story of connection. She connects the land and the sea, the human and the animal, the known and the unknown. She connects our past, present, and future, showing how ancient myths can evolve to address modern challenges. Her story urges us to reconnect with nature, with our own creativity, and with each other. The tales of mermaids will continue to be told for generations to come, not because we believe a woman with a fishtail is swimming in the sea, but because her story reflects our own deepest hopes, fears, and our unbreakable bond with the incredible, mysterious, and beautiful ocean that covers our planet.